Alright, and we're live here. This is Bigchols from Black Legion doing a special commentary on this match against our first Alliance Tournament opponent, Mildly Intoxicated. Little trivia here, Mildly Intoxicated is being led by Uki, which happened to be one of our Alliance Tournament leaders last year in Alliance Tournament 9. So, rather than have you have to sit here and listen to this faggot Michael Bolton and this other dude who's slightly more confident but not quite as good, I'm going to provide you some better commentary here. Okay, so the Black Legion team is fielding a shield team with Feroxes and Basilics for Logi and 2 Oakbills for support. The Mildly Intoxicated team also in a shield fleet with 2 Gilas, Drake, and 3 Stilettos, but no Logi. This may prove to be a difficult situation for them. Let's see, I believe the Gilas have smart bombs. And let's see, the Stiletto for Mildly Intoxicated is starting to take damage right off the bat. I don't believe he's jammed yet, but the positioning here is quite favorable for Black Legion. At face value, it looks like Black Legion may take this just on team comp. A couple of the Stilettos taking damage right off the bat. Nothing serious happening just yet. Looks like the Stilettos are getting webbed now, so there's a chance they may go down pretty quickly. They can take these Stilettos down right off the bat. This would prove very favorable for Black Legion. One of the Stilettos, Waraga, coming down very quickly. This could be bad for the Mildly Intoxicated team. Losing their support right off the bat would not be good. One Stiletto is down, second Stiletto taking half shields. Looks like the Mildly Intoxicated team is going directly for the Black Legion Logi, CERN, and the Basilisk. If they can take him down, this would completely change things. So CERN's going to have to struggle here to stay alive while the Black Legion team gets their damage down on the rest of the support. Ooh, CERN taking heavy damage here. He's being painted by one of the Stilettos, it seems, or one of the Gilas. And this is really helping him go down quickly for the Mildly Intoxicated team. So if CERN can stay alive here, this would be great, but it looks like he may go down. He keeps teetering around 20 to 30% shields. He may struggle here. Looks like he's being jammed. It looks like he's got a lot of drones on him. I can't tell what kind of drones those are yet. I haven't seen any kind of jammer notification on CERN yet. I don't know if that shows up on this new. But he's being damped now, which is not good, but I don't think he's in any damp range for that to matter since he doesn't really have to rep anyone at this point. CERN bleeding armor. This isn't good for the Black Legion team. If this Bassie goes down, this could change very quickly. They still have quite a bit of DPS on the field. None of the Feroxes have been touched. None of the Hookbills have been touched. So they still have a strong chance to win here, even if CERN does go down, which it looks like he might. He's going into very low armor now, and his local rep is not holding. It looks like he's going to go down, and CERN does go down. We have a much more interesting fight ahead of us. The Gila for the Mildly Intoxicated team now taking heavy shield damage. It looks like they have some split DPS here between the Gila and Stiletto Elson. Not quite sure who they're going for specifically, but it looks like they're trying to take down Zephy and the Gila. It'll be interesting to see. I don't think they're in any real danger on the Black Legion team, even without CERN being here, because they still have quite a bit of damage on the field with those 3 Feroxes and the Hookbills. Looks like they're going for Frito and the Ferox now, but the Gila for the Mildly Intoxicating team is going down very quickly now that he's webbed. He's going into armor now, bleeding very hard. Oh yeah, this Gila is going to go down quick. The DPS from this Ferox is just too strong. And the Gila does go down. And so now they look like they're going for the Stiletto on Elson. Frito going into half shields now for the Black Legion team. He may hold up. If they can take down some of this tackle, he might be able to escape, but that target painter really helping him take damage. I don't know if he's effectively able to put his deeps out with that damp on him. It's hard to see with this new layout they have to see just how far away he is from his targets. And Frito going into low shields now. This would be pretty bad if they lose this Ferox. It's about a third of their DPS. It looks like the Mildly Intoxicated team not taking too much damage just yet. I don't see any webs out on the Mildly Intoxicated team just yet, so it's going to make it tough to hit these frigates with these Feroxes. Frito going into armor now. This is really bad for the Black Legion team. I'm not quite sure how this will pan out if they lose this Ferox, but still a very close match. One Gila still up, one Drake still up. This could go either way at this point. Frito bleeding into armor now. It could be rough if they lose this Ferox. Frito hanging in there. He's going into structure now, but he doesn't have any webs on him quite yet. I don't know if he's going to be able to kite out of this and hang in there, but it looks like he will go down. He's moving out pretty fast at 1,500 meters a second, so he's trying to kite the arena here to see if he can stay alive. bleeding off damage. It looks like the Stiletto Elson going into very low shields for the mildly intoxicated team. As I say this, Frito going into structure. This could be really, really bad. He's hanging in there as long as he can. Looks like he's taking as much damage as possible. And Frito does go down, but at the same time, the Stiletto for the mildly intoxicated team now going into armor. He should be going down very shortly now that he's been webbed. Hard to say if the Drake and the Stiletto have been jammed yet, but Stiletto now going into structure. He should be going down pretty quick, especially if he's webbed. They should be able to take him out. Speed's only 786 for that Stiletto, so they should be tracking pretty well on him. It looks like he will go down. And now they're moving on to the next Stiletto, Dark Lord. He's slowly losing shields. It doesn't look like they've applied any damage to the Gila or the Drake quite yet. The Drake moving fairly quickly, 1,500 meters a second. I'm not quite sure who he's burning at. It's really hard to see, but no one on the Black Legion team currently taking any real serious damage or any threat of serious damage. Luxor being webbed, but I just don't see him taking any damage, so I don't think the mildly intoxicated team has enough damage just with that Gila and that Drake now to do anything serious with this match. But as it currently stands, the mildly intoxicated team is slightly ahead in points, so Black Legion going to have to really do something serious here to make this work out for them in order to get the point advantage. They could really afford to kill this Gila or this Drake. I don't see why they can't. They still have quite a bit of damage with those 2 Feroxes and the 2 Hookbills, but they're running out of time here. They got about 4 minutes to make something happen, so they either need to kill this Stiletto and get ahead by 1 point or take out one of these battle cruisers or cruiser to really come ahead in this fight. Otherwise, they're going to be in some trouble here with the point values. Luxor going into low shields. Looks like they're splitting damage between Worrels and Luxor and the 2 Feroxes, but Luxor is taking heavy damage in the shields. He's at half shields now. He's being damped and target painted, but I don't really think that's coming into play other than the target painter. He's not being webbed, so there's no reason he wouldn't be able to burn away or put out some serious damage in this time frame. One of the Gilas, Uki, for mildly intoxicated, has been webbed now and is taking some mild shield damage. He's not moving out at all, so he's not going to be able to escape this web, but he's slowly bleeding shields. They need to take this Gila down very quickly before they lose Luxor. This could be really bad for Black Legion. They may lose in points. Luxor now going into armor. This is not good for Black Legion. They could be losing this seriously. If they take out this Ferox, they're not going to have enough DPS to really effectively finish this match off. Luxor going into structure now. This isn't good. Looks like mildly intoxicated will effectively be able to take out Luxor and the Ferox. He's now webbed, and so he's not going anywhere, and he will go down. Worrel is now taking some slight shield damage. The Stiletto for mildly intoxicated now entering half shields, and he should go down quickly now that he's been webbed. The Black Legion team, not a whole lot of DPS left for them, just 1 Ferox and 2 Hookbills, and Worrel is going into half shields as the Stiletto for mildly intoxicated bleeds into armor. Dark Lord should be going down soon now that he's webbed, but he is trying to escape with that 1,000 meters per second while being webbed, still moving very fast, but he is going into structure, and he should go down here shortly. As Worrels, their last remaining DPS really for Black Legion, starts to bleed into armor. This could be bad for Black Legion. Stiletto now moving very quickly, still webbed, but going 2,000 meters a second. If he could break this web, he might be able to survive to kite the edge of the arena, but he is free of the web now. He may not go down. Now, he has escaped and is barely kiting around in structure. As Worrels goes down into low structure, Worrels will be going down soon in that Ferox. This is not looking good for Black Legion, as that is their last effective DPS, and it looks like the 2 Hookbills, Elo Knight and Infume, will now be the only remaining DPS for Black Legion, as mildly intoxicated takes a huge point advantage. And it looks like Black Legion may not be able to take out any remaining targets, as they do not have quite enough DPS to break the timer. And time has run out, and it looks like mildly intoxicated will take the win with a 22-point advantage over Black Legion. It was a good fight, and thank you guys for commentating.